Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. As you guys can see by the picture and the thumbnail and the title, not picture and thumbnail. The barn. That's actually an old picture, but put it on there. I didn't have a recent picture, I guess, but I wasn't gonna go take one right now. I woke up slightly late today, a little bit later than normal. Not super late, but later than I would like. And I've been having issues with the barn, I guess. I've been having problems. It was, it was going strong, really good. And then I hit the rain that we got, and then I did really good. Then we hit the snow and stuff that we got, and then that's when the problem hit. And I want to know if you guys have ever had the issue and how can you fix it so I can learn next time. So this only happened on the very, very long boards. I had 16-foot boards, and they're treated, so clearly they're gonna be just soaked. And I mean, they were heavy already. I mean, it's like they just treated them. They were heavy, and whenever it froze, the ends of the boards, the 16-foot boards, probably the last foot, 2 foot, just bowed bad. It looked like a hockey stick. Is there any way of saving that? How do you fix that? And most of all is, that's just on the trailer. And I had them stacked up really good. Every time I take a trailer, I stack all my lumber very well. And then a lot of times I'll have the ratchet straps around them to keep them nice and good. I'm not the type that will just throw a bunch of boards in the back of the truck or trailer and they're all messed up, because that's how they get bowed and bent real quick. And I don't play that game. Stuff's expensive. But the main beam that I had, that got bent real bad, and on the top. And instead of, because I'd already started working up on the roof of it, and instead of taking it down, this is how I fixed it. Probably not the best, but I put a bottle jack, because we're talking 10, 12 feet up in there. I got a bottle jack. It was like 20 tons or something. And then I got a 2x6, and I had the bottle jack on the ground, and then whatever length, so say this is the top of the barn, the bottle jack's down here. Whatever the length is from the top of the bottle jack to the top of that board, I cut the 2x6, and I stuck it on top of the bottle jack, and then I got, started jacking it up. And it kind of put it back into place, because it had bent down. I put it back into place, and I left it for a few days, and I was just hoping it would work. And luckily it did. So it did put me behind on the snow and the rain and all that, and then I had to wait for that to clear up. And then I don't know if, I guess people don't really realize, but here in the clay, when it's wet, it's mush, and then you'll get like this much mud stick to the bottom of your boots, so you can't even walk. So that's why it took me a little while. And then having that board issue, what's the best way to fix a board? Because the ones I had on a trailer, they kind of did the same thing, and that's what's weird. They all did the exact same thing, so it wasn't like fault of my own. And it's weird that only the long 16-foot boards did it. But how do you bend back that last bit? Because those 16-foot boards, a 2x6 by 16 treated, they're not cheap. Luckily on my end, I was able to cut the end off, and I didn't need it for a particular spot, so I was able to salvage it. But how do you fix stuff like that? So there's been issues with the barn. stuff that's kind of out of my control with the weather and the boards warping and stuff. So it has taken me a little bit longer, and then trying to get the electric, all that trimmed up and everything so we can get electric out here, you know, has slowed down a smidge. So the barn is getting super close to being finished. It's just, oh, every little thing has whooped my butt across the way. But it's kind of like talked about in yesterday's is, you know, the ABCs. You got to go through each step. And I found humor in it because I told Danielle at the beginning, I said, if everything goes smoothly, I can build this whole thing in like a week. And nothing went smoothly. And now it's been a month. So, yeah, if it could go wrong, it went wrong. It's that Crocker curse. But as long as it's getting finished, and that's the thing is, each step, if you learn from it, and you figure out your mistakes, and you find humor in it, then you just get past that step, you go to the next step, and now you know how to get past that next step. So, that's kind of an update on the barn, I guess. Metal is about to be going up. That goes up fast, a lot faster than anything else. So it's almost there. It's almost there. Just had issues with it that I had to fix and correct and stuff. And sometimes when you're trying to bend boards that are bowed, it takes a while to get it back. And yeah, it just sucks. I just wish it was done and I could be moving on to more projects, and to be able to get back to the tiny house would be just an amazing thing. It's just, life happens, and I'm definitely learning to, you know, just roll with the punches and find the humor and not get upset. And we'll get back on that tiny house soon. We'll get back on, you know, just everything that we need. It'll all get done, and at the end of the day, you know, some days I'm out here working by myself. Some days Danielle's out here. Some days we'll have Brandon out here. Some days we'll have Mullet Dude out here. Some days we'll have to hire out. We've had other people that watch that have offered to come out. It's just, I don't know, it's just pride, I guess, of I want this, and especially with the barn build, I want it done by myself because it's just a huge accomplishment, and I've never done anything like that. And sometimes you just got to do something big and crazy to get you back in the right mindset. And I feel like this build definitely did, and it definitely kicked my butt. But as soon as it, as soon as it's done, we can move the animals, and then it's all worth it. So I'm tired, guys. I slept in a little later than I should have. I guess I didn't want to. I set my alarm. But, yeah, you can't tell. I got to wake up more. So, drink this coffee, get my day going. Hopefully, you guys have an awesome day. And hopefully, this kind of lets y'all know a little update on the barn. And you're not left hanging. So, alright, guys. I'm going to wake up. You guys wake up. Let's get the day going.